Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's a maniac. When he did the podcast, I got here. He showed up super early, and when I got here, he was already with his shirt off doing chin-ups. I was like, I walked into the back where the gym is, and he's in there. I'm like, look at this motherfucker.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's a savage.
Yeah.
He's legit.
But these are all the lessons, like as you're talking about, and you don't know where the nuggets come from. You put yourself in a position for the nuggets to appear. And they don't have to be radical positions like I'm going to go get Goggins or I'm going to go live with a monk. Right. They don't have to be radical. But you put yourself out there like you were saying, and you live a life where those lessons find you.
Yeah.
And then
seek them.
You seek them.
Yeah. Well, Goggins' story is so fascinating because he wasn't that guy. He was fat and out of shape and unmotivated and lazy and, talked openly about the first time he ran. Like he quit. He was supposed to, he ran about 3/4 of a mile, I think he said, and quit. And he was exhausted and just drinking milkshakes and all fucked up. And somehow or another decided he's not going to be that guy anymore and went 180 degrees and became this intensely motivated Iron Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was at the race. I saw him at the race where he broke all the bones in his feet, I saw him. I participated in that race. It's the first time I saw him. That's how I met him. And 2007. And
he broke all the bones in his feet?
He broke, he was running 100. I was running this race. It was a 24-hour race as a relay team. I was with 4 friends. And the format of the race is, you run a mile, I run a mile, whatever team runs the most amount of miles wins the race. He had no teammates.
That sounds
I'm like where's the rest of the team?
That sounds like him.
And he weighed a lot at the time. So, I watched him.
Weighed a lot. Was he bodybuilding at the time?
He was just big, probably weighed 260, 70 pounds, maybe more.
He was deadlifting and all that stuff?
Yeah, maybe even more.
So was this the one where he ran 24 hours all around the just to show that he could run 100 miles?
Yes.
And he wound up shitting himself?
Yes.
And all that? Yeah, he told me about that.
I saw it.
I didn't know he broke all the bones in his feet,
He broke some bones, yeah.
He didn't even tell me about that. And then he ran a marathon a month later.
Yeah.
He's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he really is.
Yeah.
And he was telling me also that
Explain
he did
that to your wife when you say he's coming to live with you.
You don't know my wife. That ain't happening. She's kick us both out.
I just said it really fast. I told Sarah because I flew out to meet Goggins after the race. I cold called him, and my wife asked me how the meeting went. And in the meeting, I realized I kind of wanted to get the secret sauce. Like, what the fuck, try,
Yeah.
And
was that the idea?
Yeah, I was
by being around such an intensely motivated guy that you would get the rub.
Get the rub, and I'd fallen into a routine I couldn't get out of, and I just, I was like, just get me out of my routine, man,
Right.
And I want to learn from you and that kind of thing. And my wife asked me how the lunch meeting went, and I told her that he's coming to live with us. She was like, "What?"
So you had this lunch meeting with him, and were you going to propose this before the meeting?
I went to. What happened was I went to the meeting and with no real agenda other than I want to meet this guy, man. It's 2007. I want to meet him. 2008, something around there was 10 years ago. And I was just so drawn to him, and I actually went home and then asked him to come, live with me. And he said yes. And then I told my wife after, this guy's coming in 2 days.
Now, why did he say yes? I mean, isn't he busy? Did you offer him money? How did this?
No, he was he was active. He was still in the military at the time, and I think I don't know exactly what triggered. I remember asking him to come, and I remember him saying to me, "If you're crazy enough to ask a guy like me to come live with you, motherfucker, I'm crazy enough to come." 3 days later, he shows up with one bag.
Knowing him, that is exactly what it would sound like if he said it with those crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Sweetie, this is David.
Wow. Did you give him an objective? Did you say why you wanted him to come, or what you were trying to get out of it?
At that time in my life, I had just left. If I have my timeline right,